Yeah, the flower pot, man. It almost sounds like Peter Murphy's friends. Set that down over there. Welcome back. It's Friday, of course. There we go. Yes. Very humid day, but I'll be freezing my ass off soon, like I say. That's my saying. I was going to say, as the saying goes, but I just made that up. That's my saying, so. All right, let's get over here. So, anyway, it is a Friday. Cheers. A lot of stuff going on here. I'm the Maracas King. I've crowned myself. There we go. Here with royalty today in the Utica Club. Here we are. Little change of view today. Read the headlines up there. Yeah, here we are. Cheers to you. Right on. Anyway, what happened this week? Well, it was a very busy work week. So today, my half-day Fridays, the company I'm with, it's nice. We work longer hours Monday to Thursday, and you're always out at noon on Friday. So I said to Caroline, my daughter, let's go for a little spin around the corner. And I went to Black Dots, and she went across the street to this store called Rust Belt Books. Really cool store. Almost neighbors with my friend Quinn there at Black Dots. So I hadn't been in there since the party, and man, I had a shopping episode. All right, we'll get to those next week. Listen to those first. And he still had a sale on for anything marked $10. It was 50% off. So I mean, my God, I went nuts. But anyway, first off, I got some VCLT. This rolled in the mail. I want to say last Friday, Saturday. Well, this didn't. This sign here was from the same guy. Here we go. So it's a nice sign for me and Patty Cheesecake. Read all about it right there. It's pretty hilarious. Having a blast up there. Anyway, so yeah, here you go. So Steve, another great graphic. Oh yeah, and what did we listen to there on the intro? So the flower pot, man, like I said, kind of sounds like Peter Murphy, Bauhaus, like a gothic dance thing. Walk on Gilded Splinters, of course, the original done by Dr. John, I think that New Orleans guy. Anyway, a really cool version. I bought this single when it came out in 1986. Heard that in a club called Club Zinc over in Hull, Quebec. So anyway, it's just a cool alternative club I used to go to. And yeah, Club Zinc. Yeah, so anyway, that's where I heard the flower pot, man. So anyway, back to the VCLT. That's from this guy. Steve, A is for Alice, B is for Bob, C is I'm getting the hell out of Chicago sometime soon. Going to Arizona. Just going to get out of there. It's fragile, so I had to be careful. So kind of doing a pretend unboxing. You ever notice there are some channels, they order something from Amazon and then they call it an unboxing. Look at this surprise, and Daddy ordered it, whatever. So anyway, so Steve, this is kind of cool. If memory serves, please let me know in the comments, Steve. Tangerine Dream Phaedra. I think Steve bought this at Black Dots, and I was like, you bastard, that was just such a good price. And then what he did was very crafty. I don't know if he had this in mind at the time, but he sent this to me. So it's a 2-part suite here. Phaedra in 1974, the Polish, like kind of crazy, like craft work, but more psychedelic to me. Just all instrumental, really good, and I'm glad to have that. So I'll get that over there with the flower pot men. First heard them, I've shown this soundtrack ad nauseum, but they were on this, and pretty much all of side one there you can see are all Tangerine Dream instrumentals on that German import of the Risky Business soundtrack. So then what did I listen to last Sunday? I got into, of course, the Psychedelic Sunday. So it was a summer theme, though. So these are bands that I was into in the summer, and I saw in the summer, and I saw these guys in concert 4 times through the 90s and a couple times in the 2000s after we moved to the Boston area. Of course, the Allman Brothers Band right here. 1992, the year on this one. I saw them 2 years later. The first show I saw was in 94 at the Molson Amphitheater in Toronto. I think that's called the Budweiser Amphitheater now. But anyway, really great live band. Most of these guys are dead now. But yeah, I had an evening with the Allman Brothers Band. It was spectacular. And then it's the studio album. I think this was the tour for this 1992. No, sorry, this is 1994. So I got to see them. They opened the show, actually, one show. Don't know if it was the first time I saw them or the second time with the track Where It All Begins. There's the mushroom getting magical right there. There's guys on the back. Late, great Greg Allman right there. Where It All Begins. Look up that track. Fantastic. Goes right into Soulshine, finishing this off. Great ballad. No One to Run With. That's a great one. Rock on, Dickie Betts. So then, I'm getting little feet. Love this live album. It's so good. I've seen this. Several people have shown this to the vinyl community. Waiting for Columbus. It's just outstanding. joined the band, kicks it off. Fat Man in the Bathtub, Time Loves a Hero. That was a title track from one of their studio albums. Yeah, late great Lowell George, right? So anyway, yeah, Little Feat. This is great. So here, no admits to anyone wearing bike gear. I guess no Hells Angels, that kind of activity. I don't want that. Then on Sunday, a friend of mine, shout out to my friend Derek back in the Boston area. Him and his son, they were down at the Newport Jazz Festival last weekend. They actually said they thought they saw Gary from a distance, but it turns out it wasn't Gary from Physical Format. So they were sadly disappointed because they're fans of his channel. Of course, everybody is. So anyway, speaking of Gary and jazz, here we are right here live at Newport. I think this is 1971, 72. It's the second Dave Brubeck quartet when Paul Desmond was out and then Jerry Mulligan came in on baritone saxophone. I like both of those eras, but this is really good. And they do a really good version, a 9-minute 32 version of Take 5 on here, as well as Blues for Newport, of course, clocking in at 16:24. It's a really excellent album. There's late great Dave right there on the keys. Yeah, having some jazz. And then back to the psychedelic summer stuff. This is live, and I think this was recorded in Central Park. Yes, New York, reunion 1973 of the Blues Project, right? Anyway, there's Al Cooper, speaking of keyboard players. Really good. Danny Calb on lead guitar, vocals. Al sang a bit. There they are, down at Central Park. Really good. If you want to look up any of the tracks on this one, I would probably suggest Louisiana Blues. Really, really great version of Catch the Wind by Donovan, kicking off record 2. But anyway, yeah, the Blues Project. If you like psychedelic blues, check those guys out. Really great. And then it was melling out late afternoon. Steve Winwood, Arc of a Diver. Of course, you've seen if you were here at the party. Head over on my turntable. There he is, the best winner of Best Laugh in the vinyl community. The Colton Award, he got it. No problem. It was no contest. Someone top that laugh next year. I want to hear it. Other people want to hear it. Ed doesn't want to hear it because he won't win again. Anyway, so thank you right there. Arc of the Diver. Yeah, Steve Winwood's second solo album. His first one's a dog, but that one is killer. Then I zoomed into his mid-'80s stuff here, 86. This is probably his third or fourth album at least. Higher Love, great single from this one. And The Finer Things, that's a good one too. There he is, reinventing himself, total 80s stud. He embraced the MTV movement. Steve Winwood, man, Renaissance man. I want to see a biopic of Steve Winwood. Probably, he's in my top 5 musicians of all time, man. The guy can do it all. Motley Crue, not something I usually listen to. And in fact, this is my copy I bought back in high school. But this was last Friday, so kind of a week today. And I was rocking out to this, having a Friday cheers. There's the boys right there on the back. And then nice gatefold right here. Much thinner Vince Neil. Anyway, yeah, then these days, man, he's hitting the buffet big time. So anyway, shout at the devil, all right? All right, Utica Club, thanks for coming by. And Friday, cheers to you wherever you are. Let the good tunes roll.